Thursday, the 8th of November. FOMC news has come out, and we're heading south side, marginally so far. This is E for E-Mini Wizard and MarketWizard.com, reminding traders to use risk capital they can afford to lose. Starting to make a little headway. Lower highs, lower lows. Finally, a bit of a reaction. We have suggested be careful coming into 98 to 97.5. Have to bust that support first. And basis this chart, this 92 area is going to be an important idea. Step by step. And we posted for our traders 12.5 resistance until broken. And this is a 10-minute globex chart. So the rotation's soft side today, trying to find support. We'd said if we broke the lows, we'd be testing for support. See what the big boy's idea of support is. And we were suggesting to our traders, if we broke south side, make sure you paid into that 98 to 97. $97.5, and below that, 93.25 to 90.25. And at that target that we had talked about earlier, this was our first primary target, this 98 to 97.5. And anybody coming in below this 97.5, 98 area, next potential targets we talked about, this 93 to 92 area, and then 90.25. And this is all done on a sharp push without a lot of resistance built up. So when we find support, we could get a pretty good snap. So basis this chart, this 92 area going to be very important support. Traders have been trapped yesterday, and we said today it'd be difficult for us to break probably this 92 to 90.25 area. That's been our premise for now. This was yesterday afternoon, the low in the afternoon that we had thought would be fairly important. And we said we're basically assuming we are trading yesterday afternoon's range. Throw away that one tick higher high, that 18, and then obviously this low is an important low. We wanted to make sure we were paid ahead of that on the short side. That was the first premise based on this chart. So until we undermine that, and then all of these traders are back to where they were, but they haven't really lost. So this is kind of a hidden double right here that needs to be broken. And certainly a reasonable trade for the short side. That 12.5 resistance worked pretty good today. NQ is coming back, I see. This is a 10-minute chart. We talked about using that earlier. We've hit the Rainline on the 10-minute chart. So reasonable signal to make sure you're paid. And 30 minutes of selling. Finally took hold. Big surprise with this candle that was, and we'd said today, be very careful about a bounce, even if it took out the high, that it could be for distribution. And so far, that's true with this candle. Those 1.5 to 02s are going to play an important role now in terms of a retest. And that usually happens. Usually we'll get a retest of a prior support area. So my guess is back here where the breakdown starts in that 04 area, that will be a key area. And again, this the widget just works automatically. It sets the new middle. Already know where our new middle is, know where the pipe is, know where resistance is for now. This was our resistance bounce, so that stays as resistance until broken. And all this was done fast down, so we can get a V. Usually it would take a couple rotations. Said earlier that 06 was going to be an important area, and turns out that's now our new middle. You'll see that symmetry a lot. And typically we will get news that will go for half an hour or so, sometimes more than that. But usually we like to see traders think that news trading plays out and into a range, certainly within an hour, and then range trading it. And because we went from high to low, you theoretically can hit one more bounce, but I would not overdo it. And we can see the importance right now of this rotation. Getting back up above the 02, that's normal. Told our team 04s use that as the aggressive resistance. This was our original angel, so that becomes resistance. First time back usually. And this is the whole key now, is what can we do with follow through? Is there follow through or not? This was our target one today, 97.5. And target two, we want a little bit lower than 93, 93.25 area. And keeping an eye on time. Got a webinar I'm doing today. So I'll be breaking shortly and try to save some of my voice for that. But in terms of a news event, we've had about an hour. We've had resistance. So that's the resistance still broken, that resistance high. And obviously range trading, if we can't take out the low, then it's range trading. And we can bounce back anywhere. Here's our 4, 5, 6 trade in here. And scene of the crime was back there at that 08 area. So that also is a key player today. A very stingy give back so far, basis the range that was hit yesterday. And I think it's because we've got rising moving averages. It's going to take time to break. So here's our 15-minute chart. Let me see, make sure I'm not mistaking. That's a 10-minute chart. Sorry. And then after that comes the 15. So we can see that we've got support down here, basis this 15-minute chart. We were thinking this support low right here. We put this on this morning early. I said, I think this is our support until we break it. So I'm still going to use that idea that we've had a marginal break and it's nice to get a give back, but so far I'm not looking at a plunge. And we said that before we even started. It would be hard to imagine a plunge after yesterday. So first things first, that 92 area just below here, and then that 90.25 area. We get below that, then we set 88 support. And I'm not thinking we'll get there today. So for now, we're going to keep it right where it was. And range type trading hit a bounce or two, but by the end of say by 3:30ish, traders who have profits should definitely be looking to take profits, and it may cause a little bounce. Trailers only below 02 has been what we've advised. You can see how much clearer this is than just using, say, a 5-minute chart. Sometimes you just get too close to the action and much harder to read it and see it. So that's why I like to scroll out, see a little more territory. All right, I'm going to break. Hope this helps.